It was January 19th when we started this patio build, and it's been nearly 2 months of placing rebar, pouring concrete, and laying block to get this new outdoor living space to look like this. For us, living in a 250 square foot box on the side of a mountain in Panama with a newborn baby has been really challenging, and expanding our living space has been a huge priority of ours. And today, we're taking the final steps to finishing this thing up.
We're mixing the banana bread. Where you going? Hey, patio. Yes, my lovey. Nothing like a little blueberry, banana, walnut bread to start our morning. I'm excited to go see Adriana for a couple hours.
Have a good day at school, Abby.
Bye!
Today is such a big day. This is officially going to be the last video that we're working on this front patio. We're finishing it today. It's done. The pizza oven, the countertop, the floor, everything about the patio. It's going to be done at the end of this one.
Bob will be here tomorrow. Take one more, honey.
Tell me about your alter ego.
Who, Karen? Spelled with a Y. K-A-R-Y-N.
You're such a Karen.
She drinks with a pinky out, always.
Like this?
In a pink mug. My name's Karen. I'm a sassy MF. Karen also wants you to know that today's video is sponsored by Athletic Greens, but we'll tell you guys a little bit more about them later on in this video. So there is one step that we have to do before the fun starts and we start the tiling of the patio. We need to finish the step here. This step, honey, has been a long time coming, let me tell you.
I don't think I've been criticized on anything more than this step. Every time someone comes over, they're like,
you really need a step. We're like, we know, we know.
I think by the time we get there, I'll probably have you like... Or 200, I don't know exactly.
It's crazy how quickly those 2 hours fly, but I felt like I was busting my butt for those 2 hours. I got these stairs, at least all of the blocks laid down, and now Jordan's just filling them up with concrete, and then it'll be time to do the tile. But usually she sleeps at least for a half hour or so with Adriana. She takes a nice morning nap. She did not do that yet this morning, and it's already 11. So I have a feeling she's probably gonna eat, sleep. I can strap her on my back and continue helping Jord. But whew, it is a steamy one today. It is very, very hot out there, very humid. It looks like rain's coming. Hopefully not. Hopefully the rain will hold out for us, especially while we're working on the patio here. That's gonna be a little tricky with the rain.
This might be my new favorite tool ever. This is just making everything so much easier. We used to have to use the Pythagorean theorem all the time before to make things square. Now, this laser just gives it to us right there. So I have the line set going all the way there, and then I have the line set going all the way there that we're gonna use to laying the tile. I don't think we're gonna get much further than the stairs. We can't get any further than the stairs today because we still have to put a finishing coat on it, but I'm still holding my promise to you guys that we're getting this thing done. We're doing our best to stay as quiet as we can out here. Trying to get Kaylee as many naps during the day as possible. And sometimes it's even a struggle just to get her one. But she's napping right now. Her and Sadie are both taking a nap, this is just so important for her, because if she doesn't get sleep during the day, she kind of struggles for the rest of the evening and even the next day, because Sadie wakes her up maybe 4 to 6 to 8 times during the night. So at least she's getting in. She's been sleeping for about an hour now, which is just great.
Hey baby, Sadie. So I don't know if any of you guys caught it. I know a couple of you guys did because I saw your comments, but when we went on a hike on the trails right behind our land here, we saw our first ever quetzal bird, which are extremely, extremely rare here in Panama. Like if you see one, it's like a big deal. People come here with their fancy schmancy cameras and they set them up in the jungle for hours and hours and hours until they can actually capture one of these things. And we kind of nonchalantly came across one when we were on that hike, and it was just like the most amazing thing ever. We were all just like speechless and just like, oh my God, they're so beautiful and colorful, and they have the longest tails.
That's it for work for today. Kaylee needs some help in there with Sadie. I don't know if you can hear her screaming. And I'm freaking beat, man. My goodness. This is hard. This is hard work. All you guys who lay tile out there, my goodness. I don't know if I'm being too tedious with it or what, but I mean, I got the laser level out, I got the spacers out, and I'm being so tedious and it's still not coming out perfect. It's good. I'm happy with how it's looking. But it's still like, man, it's what a challenge laying tile is, especially outside like this, and especially on a patio that's gonna get 200 inches of rain, because I'm really trying to prioritize all the water runs that way.
So I will be honest, I do have a little bit of FOMO when I see our friends and family shopping at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, but we don't got it so bad here. We got the organic store that pretty much has anything and everything that we like organic wise. I have a pre-shower surprise.
What do you got?
Close your eyes. Oh.
Oh, these are what I was talking about. These are the things that are getting me fat, honey.
You guys haven't had these? These are the real deal. They are unreal.
Look at this, you guys. Look past the window and look what's sitting on the pizza dome. That's his new spot. It's gonna be covered in paw prints in no time.
The new tile. Look at your gosh. I have a feeling these guys are going to be hanging out here all the time, especially on the warm days, because the tile is going to be nice and cool for them.
You ready for this?
What is that?
Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
I have a step. So how are things going with your girlfriend, Lexi?
Oh, she's hot. We're in a great relationship.
I hope things work out for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Make sure you treat her nice, because she is our neighbor after all.
I'm gonna try harder.
We're gonna redeem ourselves today, sweetie.
Why?
Because we need to do the finishing coat. We don't have Iberto here today, which Iberto is amazing with the finishing coat, but he's a little sick. He's been under the weather for the last couple days, so we just told him to stay home. And we're gonna need to put a finishing coat on the side of these stairs before we continue, because we really want to finish all this cement work before the tile butts up against it.
So while Jord continues on, he's probably still gonna take a little bit of time here. But I'm gonna work on putting the finishing coat here, so by the time he gets here, finishing coat is done, somewhat dry, good to go.
Let's see what you got, honey.
Let's go, baby.
No, you.
I like.
Tell the people. Tell them the truth. Tell them.
That song, whoo, man, the best.
Kake was just ranting about how bad the doors are.
No, I'm not saying, I never said that. No, I like doors.
You just called them overrated.
What kind of doors? Wooden, metal?
Riders on the storm.
So epic.
This is a big moment. This is Rodrigo's first time ever listening to American Pie. Can you believe that? He's 21?
21.
This earth has gone around the sun 21 times and you've never listened to American Pie.
No, I know the movies, but I don't know.
That was an insult.
I'm sorry. I am 21. I don't know.
Don't do it ever again.
I'm just a boy.
American Pie is not a... just forget the movies.
So being a new mom, and especially with all of the labor that I do here on the land, it is absolutely essential for me to get as much support as possible. As you guys know, Athletic Greens have been sponsoring our videos now for a couple years, and that is because we genuinely use them every single day. We drink AG1 every single day. So when I was pregnant with Sadie, I actually used AG1 as my prenatal supplement. And it was crazy because when I compared the ingredients of the AG1 formula to a prenatal that I had originally bought, it was pretty much the same. AG1 is actual whole food ingredients sourced from 75 vitamins and minerals that range from spirulina to chlorella to papaya. There's mushrooms in it. The thing that I love about Athletic Greens AG1 is that it actually tastes good. I feel like I've tried so many different green powder juices out there in the market, and they all kind of have like a very gritty, bland, almost grass taste to it.
I don't know how this would be possible without this tool. These tiles aren't all the same size. Some of them are like crooked. They like go like that, and then some of them are smaller, some of them are a little bit bigger. I don't know if that's the look, if they're supposed to be like rustic tiles. I've also never laid tile before. I've never laid tile from the States, so I don't know if this is a common thing where you're kind of just like fighting against a couple millimeters off here, a millimeter off here, a little warp here, but that's kind of been a little bit of this project, just kind of fighting against that and just trying to keep the grooves, all these seams, the exact same. Not all of them are exactly the same. There's some that are off by like a little bit, but I don't know how you're supposed to do it if the tiles aren't like perfect. My body is just toast, so now I'm just gonna strap a 20-pound baby to myself, and believe it or not, that's better than being hunched over laying tile.
If you can't tell already, I got my poopy clothes on because I'm taking over. I've been watching Jordan slave away at this, begging him, please let me do some of this, because it just looks so satisfying. Anything that has to do with clay and cement and anything like that.
Anything that's like similar to cake making.
Cake making and pottery making.
Honey, you successfully laid 3 tile.
I'm gonna finish this row.
Give me your honest review.
It's a pain in the ass, let me tell you.
Now that you've laid 3 tiles, tell me how you lay tile like a pro.
Should I bring out Karen? Hold on, I get this thing. I haven't done this in a while. Gather on. First things first, you gotta make sure that your whip up is in the perfect consistency. Spray it on nice, get it on good. Third things third is you gotta make sure that your working space is squeaky clean. Are you using Fabuloso? You better be using Fabuloso. You take the edge and you kind of put it on in there in the crack, and you slowly lower down the spatula. Teddy, you put that pencil down right now, or I'm gonna beat that ass. Daddy?
Hey, he has the pencil. No. You've already ruined enough of our stuff.
It's
I'm just picturing all these people from Texas watching this on their computer screen right now.
I love you guys, all right?
Probably
I'm not
just
making fun of you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. You gotta show the spreading of the whip up. I feel like the only reason I feel okay doing a Southern accent is because we get so much shh for our Boston accent.
Can you guys see how this tile's warped? The right side is lower than the left side where my hand is. It's almost like it's bowed in the middle, and that just makes this, it just adds a whole nother challenge to this whole thing. Do you guys have to deal with this crap?
I wonder
when you get tile, is that just like a Panama thing, or is that like a thing that all you guys have to deal with?
It could be because it's the
clay.
The clay, because it's like more of like a natural element. It's like more bound to.
This is our rustic patio.
I mean, that was what we wanted the whole time, honey.
Sade is loving it, honey. Look at her go, isn't she amazing?
Oh my goodness, did you see that? One push, baby. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. I feel like I'm getting a little bit cocky. I really don't know anything that I'm doing. But you know what they say? Fake it till you make it, baby.
Fake it till you become it, in the words of Amy Cuddy, honey. We've been grinding on this for sure. We've been going, I think this is our 5th day in a row on this patio. We're all pretty tired. And if you're wondering, I don't understand why you're pushing yourself so hard. I don't understand why you just don't take a break, take a day off. We do. But the thing is, we're gonna have a lot of time off starting this weekend. My mom's coming for 9 days, which I'm super excited for. She's also super excited, obviously, to see her granddaughter. And we try to use stuff like that as motivation. Like, you know, right before you take a vacation, if you're working in an office, or really if you're doing anything, like right before a vacation, I try to like use that as like the fuel to just like keep us going, because there's this tendency to get really lazy right before a significant amount of time off. I also want my mom to come and have this look halfway decent and have her be really proud. You know, that's kind of the other thing that's motivating me, is I wanted to have something to show for it, especially this whole floor. It would be so beautiful if this whole floor was going to be done, and I'm gotta say sorry, because I lied to you guys. I told you guys this thing was going to be done by the end of this video, and it's not going to even be halfway done. I just had no idea what I was getting myself into. I didn't know that laying tile was this challenging, especially these clay tiles. So you can see behind me that the sun's setting. We're not gonna get the whole thing done, but we are gonna get one more tile in and get pretty close to halfway. You did great, honey. Listen, you did so good, I think you should just do the rest. I mean, honey, just that row that you did just looks beautiful.
Does it?
If you want it to look as good, if we want it to look as good as possible, I think you need to do the rest.
Alright, but you owe me like 10 massages after the case.
I'll get you a PSL.
Here, Karen wants a PSL. Kaylee wants 10 massages.
Look at Kake, our roles are changed. Our roles are reversed. We are waiting for any day now for our goats to give birth. It could happen basically any time between now and the next like 3 or 4 weeks. Are you excited to give the goat fence a touch of Alejandro? What does a touch of Alejandro look like?
Put everything in just one word. Awesome.
Yeah? So we're working on fencing in their house so the little babies can't escape. That's something that Kake has been taking charge of, which I'm really excited about. And I gotta say, he's making this thing look beautiful. Kake is very tedious, which for me is great. I would rather have someone too tedious than sloppy, because I can sometimes be sloppy, and he kind of helps balancing me out, you know? Even though the construction work is over, the day is not over for me. There's still a lot of cleanup to do, and I've learned the hard way, if I don't clean this up now, stuff like the bucket that's full of concrete and thin set and just like clean up all the tiles and everything, it's gonna make a lot of work for later. So I'm making myself an AG1. This is like my evening go-to drink when I need a little boost. I used to have juice. Like if you asked me a year ago, I'd be chugging like a liter of apple juice right now. But I've replaced all those soda and juice urges with AG1 because it is really sweet. But the good thing is, this is super, super good for you and super, super healthy. And it gives me a little boost. Look at this one, she's just so locked onto the... You like the color green, honey? Is that gonna be your favorite color?
I just poured myself a little glass of wine and peeked out the window and saw a very colorful sky. But that is the one thing that I miss about living in the bus, is that it's all the way on the top of the land. So when we would look out our window, we just saw the sunrise or the sunset very easily. Whereas from the workshop, we gotta run all the way to the top of the land to come and see Oh man. I literally feel like I have to pinch myself daily. It feels like heaven on earth.
Vamos, vamos! Woohoo!
Hola!
I think we're all feeling this way right now. About ready to just pass out. We're both tired. We're both kind of suffering from some allergies right now. They're starting to kick in. I can see it in your eyes.
I never used to have allergies until Panama. I feel like
It's the dust. Like everything's so dry. Like the wind's just like ripping all this dust around. Just like gets stuck in your nose. And
yeah.
anyway, just want to say thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video. In the evenings is when we like to take a little bit of this vitamin D3 and K2 dropper. Keeps our immunity strong. And it always surprises me how deficient in vitamin D people are, especially people back in the States that live a little bit more north of the equator. So this vitamin D dropper just gives us the reassurance that we need, that we're getting all the vitamin D to keep our immune system going strong. And just to let you guys know, you can get one of these droppers for free and 5 of these travel packs for free. So you can click the link in the top of the description to get that deal. Thank you so much, Athletic Greens, for sponsoring this video. Help make all of our dreams a reality. But we are going to bed. We made it. I was gonna scream, but I forgot that Sadie's sleeping. I've already woken her up like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, don't do that.
Thank you guys so much for following along. We love you. See you next time.